Jurassic World Rebirth is the Scarlett Johansson and Masala Ali megalobuster movie, where they show the world that Black Widow and Blade can enter the most dangerous place on Earth to dominate.
We're the best at moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
We will dive into the movie review of Jurassic World Rebirth, where a team of operatives must endure the dangerous world of dinosaurs while finding out a sinister discovery.
None of what you just said is good.
Directed by Garrett Edwards, the movie starts off 17 years ago with a group of scientists doing an experiment on dinosaurs. One dude eats a Snicker bar, throws a wrapper on the floor, which caused a chain of events. That chain of events result in a Snicker guy getting eaten by a dinosaur, like a Snicker bar. Fast forward to the present. This guy, Martin, is stuck in New York traffic because a dinosaur wants to take a nap in the middle of traffic. When Black Widow shows up, curious about a job offer. Black Widow is a trained special op, just like her Avenger movie, find his job a bit shady, but get curious because he mentioned he would add a bunch of zeros in her bank account. The next scene, they travel to a museum where they meet this guy, Dr. Henry, about an offer that he offered to Black Widow.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora Bennett. I'm a mission specialist.
Sorry, what mission?
Dr. Henry wants to get DNA from 3 different dinosaurs so they can find a cure for heart disease. He does also find the job shady, but with a bit of convincing, Dr. Henry decides to tag along with the ride.
You ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less?
So the trio flies out to this island where they meet Blade, gambling and taking everyone's money.
He's your guy?
I have one question for you, Blade. When are we going to get this new Blade movie coming out? Your movie had too many issues and production stuff. I guess Wesley Snipes was right about one thing when he says this.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Blade also find the offer shady and wants no part of it, but Black Widow did some convincing of her own to make sure Blade joined the team. You have 3 different people find the job shady, then it's most likely a shady job as hell. Blade tell them about the route.
Look towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore.
Now, why Blade tell them this?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
I suppose so. So Black Widow, Blade, and the team are traveling by sea, which are going to an island that is not in a controlled environment. Basically, the plan is to get the 3 samples, DNA, and get your butt out of there quick, fast, in a hurry.
Fuckers quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Dr. Henry tries to flirt with Black Widow, but she turns him down quick, but scares him to death when she tries to teach him how to shoot a harpoon rifle gun. A few minutes later, Black Widow and Blade have a moment-to-moment talk about being sentimental about each other's past. The next scene, a family are on a boat having a great time when a lazy boyfriend shows up, don't want to help or steer the boat. If I were the dad, I would just toss him into the ocean for the sharks to eat him. But he did not have to do that because the sea dinosaur capsized their boat twice, which resulted in the family being stranded on sea. Now, why do they do this?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Well, kinda. The next scene, Blade gets an SOS call on the radio, but the team are having a discussion whether to turn back to rescue them. A couple people did not want to go back, which I find it ruthless. But Blade had the last word because it is his boat, and the team go back to save them. After the rescue, there's a signal call on a map, and the team does not know they are being followed, chased down, or anything. The sea dinosaur shows up, and Black Widow has to get within 10 meters to get the first shot to get the first of the 3 samples. All of a sudden, one of the whales attacked the boat, and then the swan dive. Black Widow misses a shot, but shoots it the second time, and they got that first sample. Now, why they do this again?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Well, sort of. Now, the team have a new problem. The new sea monsters lurking around looking for some food rock the boat.
What the hell are those?
Defend territory, stalk, hunt.
This guy shooting him like a lunatic would result in one of the dinosaurs eating him like a Snicker bar or the 4th of July barbecue dinner. Either way, he's gone. Now we have a sea chase scene where Blade is driving the boat trying to outrun them by sea. The teenage lady finds Martin suspicious, and when she's about to fall in the ocean, holding on to her dear life, Martin just look at her and have no intention to save her. She falls to the sea. The dad, the boyfriend, the kid, Black Widow, and almost everyone jump ship while Blade drives on land, which result in crashing his boat. Then another one of his Blade crewmates got eaten like a Snicker bar, which results losing 2 crewmates. Now, why they do this again?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Well, maybe. On shore, Martin is hiding key information about the island, doing crossbreed experiments on dinosaurs, and they need to get to high ground by morning.
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place.
Black Widow had a backup plan that if they are missing after 24 hours, a team will come to rescue them, which is an excellent idea. We have 2 teams which are going their separate ways. The family going one direction, Black Widow and Blade team on the other direction. Black Widow gets suspicious about Martin, that he could be up to something where he did not rescue that teenage girl, where she has a valid point, and question him. Dr. Harry tells the team that odds of surviving in the unknown territory is slim to none.
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong. Survival is a long shot.
So each team trying to go upstream to find a safe haven, where this guy nearly get eaten by the raptor, but the pterodactyls saved them, becoming a 3 musketeer. The next scene, Blade, Black Widow, and the team are in the open field, and they see the brontosaurus for a second sample.
Dinosaurs on the planet.
Oh my god.
The dinosaurs are minding their own business and not bother anyone, and Black Widow shoot at him and get the second sample, which is fairly easy. 2 samples down and 1 to go. Now, why they'll do this again?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Well, probably. Back to the family. They see a dinosaur get mutilated when a raptor showing up calling for his homeboy to wake up. This girl sees an immersive rat and dragging it across the pier, making all sorts of noises. When she's opened the wrap, the T-Rex wake up looking for his next meal, which she did, and start to hunt them down like a piece of chicken. The T-Rex circled them and chased them, which they got away, except for the little girl who was hiding under the raft, but she eventually escaped and got lucky. Now, why they're doing this again?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Well, I guess. Back to Black Widow's team, and they set their sights on the last DNA. Black Widow and Dr. Henry decides to bungee jump to get the last DNA sample.
I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
Which they did, but escaping was a different story. Black Widow says this.
Maybe we should make it quick.
And the pterodactyl mom shows up defending her babies, will result in Blade losing another of his crewmates. Dr. Henry tree fall 100 feet from the air, through the trees, and in the water. As a result, they got the last DNA sample, and it's time to get out of here. Both teams are still separated, but they are at the same location. Sees a helipad on the way to escape from the island. They find each other, but the teenage girl had a major issue with Martin. She mentioned that dude wanted her to die, but he pulls a gun on her for safety reasons. Pulling a gun on a teenager is a sure way of a coward, and it will backfire on them. As a result, everyone is being ambushed by dinosaurs. Martin escaped by car. The family are trapped in the square trying to escape, which they did do vent, and Dr. Henry and Blade are in the lab where everything started in the beginning of the movie. A helicopter shows up and Blade starts to look for the family while Dr. Henry flagged them down to get them out of here. The plan did not work well because a huge dinosaur shows up, took down the airplane, which created another problem. All of a sudden, everyone meet in a vent where a dinosaur shows up trying to eat them. They almost found a way out but was trapped behind the gate. The little girl sees a switch trying to help them. Meanwhile, Martin got caught by the huge dinosaur and got eaten like barbecue chicken. For all the dirt you did, Martin, no one will miss you or feel sorry for you. The little girl lifts the lever, which they escape, but Blade makes a huge sacrifice trying to save them.
Come on! Duncan!
By lowering the huge monster away from the boat. Somehow, a surprise happens during the escape and everyone survives and the movie ends. Jurassic World Rebirth is one of those movies that if you never see Jurassic Park franchise, then you can start with this one. You don't have to go back and watch any of the previous dinosaur movies to catch up because it's basically similar.
I mean, more or less.
Trying to obtain DNA to help people find cure for heart disease, and that's honorable. However, you have to deal with a few things like those dinosaurs. Also had to deal with a guy like Mark who have his own agenda. On top of that, you also had to deal with a family that was basically in the way during the whole time. Both Black Widow and Blade have their own issues, and if they need the right amount of money, it can help them a lot. They want the adventure but without the drama. They need Dr. Henry to get the DNA, and he had his own issues of the museum being closed down. The storyline was straightforward and the character development was pretty good. Martin did not really care for anything or anyone, which he got exactly what he deserved in the movie. The family in the movie, I thought they did not need them in the movie. If they took them out, the movie would be more the same, except a bit shorter. Adventurous, simple, and predictable. I will give this movie 7 stars. Did you see Jurassic World Rebirth, and what did you think of it? If you want to see more upcoming movie reviews, press the like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next movie review.
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
You got that right.